Wait. Max, have you ever described your home to someone in English and they just looked at you like confused, like completely lost?
Oh, absolutely. I once told someone I lived in a 3 rooms apartment and they were so confused. They asked me, just 3 rooms? Where do you sleep? Where do you eat?
Exactly. And it's because we describe homes differently in English than in many other languages. Today, we're going to fix that. By the end of this episode, you'll know exactly how to describe your home like a native English speaker. So stick around.
Let's do it. Hey everyone, thanks for listening to our videos. You're listening to Mr. Englishman. I'm Max, and with me here is the always amazing Lily.
Oh, stop it, Max. But yes, I am amazing. And today we are so excited because we're going to teach you something super practical. We're talking about how to describe your home in English.
And this is really important, right? Because when you meet new people, when you travel, when you're making friends, one of the first questions people ask is, where do you live? Or what's your place like?
Exactly. And if you can answer confidently and naturally, you sound so much more fluent. So today we're going to cover everything: room names, how to talk about size, how to describe what your home looks like, and even some common mistakes that learners make.
By the end of this episode, you'll be able to describe your home clearly, confidently, and naturally. Sound good?
Sounds perfect. Let's jump in.
Okay, so let's start with the basics. What kind of home do you live in? In English, we have different words for different types of homes, and it's important to use the right one.
Right. So the most common types are house, apartment, flat, condo, and studio. Let's break those down.
A house is a building where usually one family lives. It has its own entrance, usually a yard or garden, and it's not connected to other homes. Well, sometimes it is, but we'll get to that.
Yeah, so you might say, I live in a house. Simple, right? Now, an apartment in American English or a flat in British English is a home inside a bigger building with many other homes.
Exactly. So if you live on the 5th floor of a big building, you live in an apartment. You can say, I live in an apartment on the 5th floor.
Right. And then there's a condo or condominium. This is kind of like an apartment, but you own it, you don't rent it. So the main difference is ownership.
And finally, a studio or studio apartment is a very small apartment where the bedroom, living room, and kitchen are all in one big room. There's no separate bedroom.
Okay, quick practice. Listen and repeat after me. I live in a house.
Good. Now try, I live in an apartment.
Perfect. And one more. I live in a studio.
Great job. Now, you might also hear words like townhouse, that's a house that's connected to other houses on the sides, or duplex, that's a building with 2 separate homes, one upstairs and one downstairs.
But don't worry too much about those right now. The main ones you need are house, apartment, flat, and studio. Got it?
Good. Now let's talk about the rooms.
Okay, so this is where it gets fun. Let's go through the different rooms you might have in your home, and I'll give you the English name for each one.
First, the most important room, the bedroom. This is where you sleep. You can say, I have 2 bedrooms, or my bedroom is small but cozy.
Love that. Next is the bathroom. This is where you take a shower, brush your teeth, use the toilet, all the important stuff.
In American English, we usually say bathroom, even if we just mean the toilet. But in British English, people sometimes say toilet or loo for just the room with the toilet.
Right. So if you're in the UK and you say, I need to use the bathroom, people will understand, but they might say, oh, you mean the loo?
Exactly. Now, the kitchen. This is where you cook and prepare food. You might say, I love my kitchen. It's big and bright.
And then there's the living room. This is where you relax, watch TV, hang out with family or friends. Some people also call it the lounge in British English.
Yes. So you could say, let's sit in the living room, or let's go to the lounge.
Now, some homes also have a dining room. That's a separate room just for eating meals. But a lot of modern homes don't have a separate dining room anymore.
Right, they have a dining area instead. That's just a space in the kitchen or living room where you put a table and chairs.
Good point. Okay, what else? Oh, some homes have a balcony or a terrace. A balcony is a small outdoor space, usually outside an apartment. A terrace is usually bigger and might be on the roof or ground level.
And if you have a house, you might have a yard or a garden. In American English, we say yard. In British English, people usually say garden.
Right. So I have a small yard or I have a lovely garden.
Some homes also have a basement. That's a room or space under the house, below ground level. And some have an attic. That's a space at the very top, under the roof.
Okay, quick review. Let's go through the rooms one more time and you repeat after me. Ready?
Bedroom,
Bathroom,
kitchen,
living room,
dining room,
balcony.
garden or yard.
Perfect. Okay, now let's talk about how to count bedrooms and bathrooms because this is super important and a lot of learners get confused.
All right, here's the big mistake I see all the time. People say, I live in a 3-rooms apartment, but that's not how we say it in English.
Right. In English, we usually count bedrooms, not total rooms. So if your apartment has 2 bedrooms, a kitchen, a bathroom, and a living room, we say, I live in a 2-bedroom apartment.
Exactly. We don't count the kitchen, bathroom, or living room when we describe the size. We only count bedrooms.
So you might say, I live in a 1-bedroom apartment, or I live in a 3-bedroom house.
And if you live in a studio, you can say, I live in a studio, or I live in a studio apartment. You don't say 0 bedrooms. That sounds weird.
Right. Now, sometimes people also mention bathrooms. So you might hear, I live in a 2-bedroom, 1-bathroom apartment.
Or even shorter, it's a 2-bed, 1-bath apartment.
Yes, bed and bath are short, casual ways to say bedroom and bathroom, super common in real estate or when people are talking about apartments.
So let's practice. Imagine you live in an apartment with 1 bedroom and 1 bathroom. How do you describe it?
You say, I live in a 1-bedroom apartment, or I live in a 1-bed, 1-bath apartment.
Perfect. Now imagine you live in a house with 3 bedrooms and 2 bathrooms. What do you say?
I live in a 3-bedroom house, or it's a 3-bed, 2-bath house.
Exactly. Easy, right? Okay, now let's talk about adjectives. How do you describe what your home looks like or feels like?
This is the fun part, because once you know the basic vocabulary, you can add adjectives to make your description more interesting and personal.
So let's go through some common adjectives you can use. First, size. You can say your home is big, large, spacious, small, tiny, or cozy.
Spacious means it has a lot of space, a lot of room. It feels open and not crowded. Cozy means it feels warm, comfortable, and inviting, even if it's small.
Right. So you might say, my apartment is small, but it's really cozy.
Love that. Okay, what about describing how it looks? You can say it's modern, old, new, bright, dark, clean, messy, stylish, or simple.
Modern means it has a contemporary design, new furniture, maybe lots of technology. Bright means it has a lot of light, maybe big windows. Stylish means it looks really good, fashionable.
And you can also describe the location. You can say your home is quiet, noisy, peaceful, central, or convenient.
Central means it's in the middle of the city, close to everything. Convenient means it's easy to get to places from there, like work, shops, or public transport.
So putting it all together, you might say, I live in a 2-bedroom apartment. It's bright and modern, and it has a small balcony with a nice view of the street. The living room has a big sofa, a TV, and lots of bookshelves. I really love it.
That sounds so natural. And notice how Lily used details. She didn't just say, I have a living room. She said, the living room has a big sofa, a TV, and lots of bookshelves. That makes it more interesting and personal.
Exactly. So when you describe your home, try to add a few details. It makes your English sound more natural and fluent.
Okay, now let's do a fun role play. I'm going to ask you some questions about your home, and you can answer out loud. Sound good?
Let's do it.
All right, imagine we just met and I'm asking you about your home. Ready? Here's the first question. So, where do you live?
Good. You can answer with something like, I live in an apartment in the city, or I live in a house in the suburbs.
Great. Next question. How many bedrooms does it have?
You can say it has 2 bedrooms, or it's a 3-bedroom house.
Perfect. Okay, next, what's it like? Is it big or small?
You might say it's pretty spacious, or it's small, but it's cozy.
Nice. And here's another one. Do you have a balcony or a garden?
You can say, yes, I have a small balcony, or no, but I have a nice view from my window.
Awesome. And one more. what's your favorite room?
Ooh, that's a fun one. You might say, my favorite room is the living room because it's so comfortable. Or, I love my bedroom because it's quiet and peaceful.
Perfect. See how easy that is? Just answer naturally, use the vocabulary we've learned, and you'll sound great.
And remember, it's okay if your answers are simple. You don't need to give long, complicated answers. Short and clear is perfect.
Exactly. All right, now let's talk about some common mistakes that learners make when describing their home.
Okay, so we've covered a lot of great vocabulary and phrases, but there are a few mistakes that learners make all the time, and we want to help you avoid them.
First mistake, saying, I live in a 3-rooms apartment. Remember, we count bedrooms, not total rooms. So say, I live in a 2-bedroom apartment.
Right. Second mistake, using the wrong preposition. Remember, it's I live in an apartment, not I live at an apartment.
Third mistake, saying, I live in 5th floor. You need to say on the 5th floor, not in the 5th floor.
Good catch. So it's on for floors. I live on the 5th floor.
Fourth mistake, confusing house and home. House is the building. Home is the place where you live, but it's more about the feeling, the emotional place. So you can say, I live in a house, but you say, I'm going home, not I'm going to house.
Yes, home is more emotional, more personal. You can say, I love my home, or there's no place like home.
Fifth mistake, saying, I have a 1-room. We don't usually say a 1-room. We say a 1-bedroom apartment or a studio.
Right, and the last mistake, forgetting articles. In English, we usually use articles like a, an, or the. So don't say, I live in apartment. Say, I live in an apartment.
Exactly. These are small mistakes, but fixing them will make you sound so much more natural and confident.
Okay, quick review. Let's go through those mistakes one more time. Say this correctly. I live in a 2-bedroom apartment on the 3rd floor.
Perfect. Okay, now we're going to move into some bonus phrases and expressions that native speakers use all the time.
All right, so you know the basics now, but if you want to sound even more natural, here are some bonus phrases and expressions that native speakers use when talking about their homes.
First one, I just moved in. This means you recently started living there. I just moved into a new apartment last week.
Or, I've been living here for 3 years. This tells someone how long you've been in your home.
Another good one, it's close to everything. This means your home is in a convenient location, near shops, restaurants, public transport, etc.
Or you can say, it's a bit far from the city center, but I like the quiet.
Yes, and here's a common expression. It's not much, but it's home. This is a humble way to describe your place. It means it's simple or small, but you love it anyway.
That's so sweet. You might also hear, make yourself at home. This is what you say to a guest to make them feel comfortable. It means relax, feel free to sit down, get comfortable.
Right. And if you're giving someone a tour of your home, you can say, let me show you around, or this is the living room, and over here is the kitchen.
Perfect. And one more, I'm renting, or I own my place. This tells someone whether you rent your home or you bought it and own it.
Great. So those are some bonus phrases you can use to sound more natural. Now let's do a quick recap of everything we've learned today.
Okay, so we covered a lot today. Let's quickly review the most important points.
Number 1, know the type of home you live in: house, apartment, flat, condo, or studio.
Number 2, count bedrooms, not total rooms. Say, a 2-bedroom apartment, not a 3-rooms apartment.
Number 3, use the right prepositions. I live in a house. I live on the 5th floor. I live at 123 Main Street.
Number 4, learn the names of the rooms: bedroom, bathroom, kitchen, living room, dining room, balcony, garden, or yard.
Number 5, use adjectives to describe your home: big, small, cozy, bright, modern, spacious, quiet, convenient.
Number 6, talk about furniture and features. sofa, bed, table, big windows, nice view, balcony.
And number 7, avoid common mistakes like forgetting articles or using the wrong prepositions.
If you remember those 7 things, you'll be able to describe your home clearly and confidently in English, and that's the goal.
Exactly. And remember, practice makes perfect. So after this episode, try describing your home out loud. Talk to yourself, talk to a friend, or even write it down.
Yes, writing is a great way to practice too. You can write a short paragraph describing your home and then read it out loud.
Perfect. All right, before we wrap up, I have one more bonus tip for you.
Ooh, I love bonus tips. What is it?
Okay, here's the tip. If you want to sound really natural, don't just describe facts about your home. Also describe how you feel about it.
Oh, that's so good. What do you mean?
So instead of just saying, I live in a 2-bedroom apartment, you can add your feelings, like, I live in a 2-bedroom apartment and I absolutely love it. It's so cozy and bright.
Or, I live in a small studio, but honestly, it's perfect for me. I don't need a lot of space.
Exactly. When you add your feelings, your English sounds more personal and more fluent. Native speakers do this all the time.
So, try it. Next time you describe your home, add a sentence about how you feel about it. Do you love it? Is it comfortable? Is there something you really like about it?
Yes, that's the key to sounding natural. Okay, one more thing before we finish. Stay till the end because we have a quick challenge for you.
All right, here's your challenge. After you finish listening to this episode, I want you to do this. Describe your home out loud in English. Use at least 5 sentences.
You can say things like, I live in a 2-bedroom apartment. It's on the 4th floor. It's bright and modern. I have a small balcony with a nice view. I love my home because it's so cozy.
Exactly. And if you really want to challenge yourself, write it down and share it in the comments. We would love to read about your home.
Yes, please share. Tell us, what kind of home do you live in? How many bedrooms? What's your favorite room? We want to know.
And if you found this episode helpful, please give it a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel, and share it with a friend who's learning English.
Every like, comment, and share helps us reach more learners like you, and it really motivates us to keep making these videos.
Absolutely. Okay, and here's a little tease for next time. In our next episode, we're going to teach you how to talk about your daily routine in English. You'll learn how to describe what you do every day from morning to night in natural, fluent English.
It's going to be super useful, so make sure you subscribe so you don't miss it.
All right, that's it for today. Thanks so much for listening, everyone. Keep practicing, stay motivated, and remember, every conversation is a chance to improve.
We'll see you in the next episode. Until then, keep learning, keep speaking, and keep being awesome.
Bye, everyone.
Bye!